Hello children, I hope you are feeling happy and strong. Welcome to this special English hour where we will learn lots of new things and have lots of fun. Are you excited? Let's get started. Now it's time for riddles. I will ask you a few questions and you have to try and answer these questions. Are you ready? Let's get started. I will start with my first riddle. These are two things that you can never eat for breakfast. Can you guess what those things are? Yes, those are lunch and dinner. Now we will move to the second riddle. This is something that comes only once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it is the alphabet M. Now it's time for the third riddle. This is something but you can never eat. Can you guess what this is? Yes, it is a tennis ball. Children, I hope you had fun in solving these riddles. Now, I would like to ask you a few questions. Do you like playing with your friends and siblings? Do you ever fight with your friends or siblings when you are playing with them? Why do you think we fight with them? It is because of misunderstandings or miscommunication. Do you think that fighting is the only solution to our problems? No, fighting is never the solution. In fact, it creates more problems. How do you think we can be a good person? A good person is someone who is humble and polite. How do you think we can solve these problems? We can solve these problems by talking to each other and also listening to each other. When we talk to each other and listen to each other, it helps in solving our problems and avoiding misunderstandings. We should always be nice to each other. Now, let's learn some new words. Puddle, puddle, puddle. I will use this word in a sentence as water gets collected in a puddle. Be spattered, be spattered, be spattered. I will use this word in a sentence as I bespattered milk on the ground by mistake. Soiled, soiled, soiled. And I will use this sentence as I was playing on the ground and I soiled my clothes. Kerchief, kerchief, kerchief. I will use this word in a sentence as I carry kerchief every day. Coral, coral, coral. We should never quarrel with anyone. Children, now it's time for us to read a lesson from our textbook. Please open page number 13 of your textbook and I will be reading the story and you need to Point at the words as I read them. If you don't have a textbook, listen to me carefully. So the name of today's lesson is Little Girls Wiser Than Old People, and this story is written by Leo Tolstoy. Do you know who Leo Tolstoy was? Leo Tolstoy is considered to be one of the greatest authors of all time. He wrote many novels and short stories and philosophical works. His ideas about non-violence influenced people like Mahatma Gandhi. Tolstoy also wrote a lot of stories for children, and this story is one of them. But this story also has a message for adults. Let's find out what this message is. It was an early Easter. In the yards lay snow and rills ran down the village. A large puddle had run down from a manure pile into a lane between two farms. At this puddle, two girls, one older than the other, had met. Both of them had been dressed by their mothers in new clothes. The little girl had a blue dress and the elder a yellow one with a design. Both had their heads wrapped in red kerchiefs. The writer is talking about an Easter day. Do you know what Easter is? Easter is a Christian festival and holiday that is celebrated in many countries. Easter always comes on a Sunday. Here, on one such Easter day, there was snowfall, and the snowfall was so much that there was a small stream flowing between two farms, and there was a puddle. This puddle was very large, and near this puddle, two girls met. One was older than the other, and both of them were wearing new clothes. They were wearing new clothes because it was Easter. यहाँ पे राइटर ईस्टर की बात कर रहे हैं. इस ईस्टर के दिन बहुत स्नोफॉल हुआ था और उस स्नोफॉल की वजह से जमीन में बहुत बड़ा गड्ढा बन गया था और इस गड्ढे के पास दो लड़कियां मिलती है. उसमें से एक लड़की दूसरे लड़की से बड़ी होती है और इन दो लड़कियों ने नए कपड़े पहने हैं. उन्होंने नए कपड़े पहने हैं क्योंकि इट वॉज ईस्टर. After prayers in the church, the two girls went to the puddle, where they showed their new garments to each other and began to play. They wanted to splash in the water. The little girl started to go into the puddle with her shoes on, but the older girl said, "Don't go, Malasha, your mother will scold you. I will take off my shoes and you do the same." The girls took off their shoes, raised their skirts and walked through the puddle towards each other. Malasha stepped in up to her ankles and said, "It is deep, Akulka, I am afraid." "Never mind," she replied. "It will not be any deeper. Come straight toward me." They came closer to each other. Akulka said, "Malasha, look out and do not splash it up, but walk slowly." The day of Easter, both the girls went to the church for their prayers. After their prayers, they went to the same puddle and they showed their new garments to each other. After they showed their garments to each other, they decided to play. They wanted to splash in the water. Do you know what splash is? Splash is jumping in water. The little girl wanted to go into the puddle, but the older girl told her to remove her shoes and then enter the puddle, because if she would have worn her shoes, her mother would have scolded her. So both the girls removed their shoes and walked into the puddle. After they jumped into the puddle, one of them realized that the puddle is very deep. वो जो गड्ढा था वो बहुत गहरा था. But the other girl assured her and said, "Don't be scared, come straight towards me." She had barely said that when Malasha plumped into her foot into the water and bespattered Akulka's new dress, and not only her dress but also her nose and eyes. When Akulka saw the spots on her dress, she grew very angry and scolded her and ran after her and wanted to strike her. Malasha was frightened and seeing what trouble she had caused, jumped out of the puddle and ran home. Akulka and Malasha had decided to play in the puddle. As they were playing, Malasha spoiled Akulka's new dress. She did not just spoil her dress, she also spoiled her face. And Akulka was very angry, and Malasha got so scared that she ran back to her home. तो यहाँ पे अकुल्का और मलाशा गड्ढे में खेलने लगते हैं, पर जब वो खेल रहे होते हैं, मलाशा गलती से अकुल्का के ड्रेस पर कीचड़ उछाल देती है, जिसकी वजह से अकुल्का बहुत नाराज होती है. मलाशा इस वजह से इतना डर जाती है कि वो अपने घर भाग जाती है. Akulka's mother passed by. She saw her daughter's dress bespattered and soiled. "Where, accursed one, did you get yourself so dirty? Malasha has purposely splashed it on me." Akulka's mother grasped Malasha and gave her a knock on the nape of her neck. Malasha began to howl and her mother ran out of the house. "Why do you strike my daughter?" she began to scold her neighbor. We saw that Akulka's dress was spoiled, and when her mother saw this, she was very angry. She asked Akulka that who had spoiled her dress. Akulka told her that it was Malasha. Now Akulka's mother was angry at Malasha. She was so angry at Malasha that she hit her. Now, Malasha's mother was angry at Akulka's mother because she had hit her daughter. One word brought back another, and the women began to quarrel. The men too ran out, and a big crowd gathered in the street. All were crying, and nobody could hear his neighbor. They scolded and cursed each other. One man gave another man a push and a fight had begun. When Anulka's grandmother came out, she stepped in the midst of the peasants and began to talk to them. So, it was not just the two mothers who had started quarreling. Along with them, there came all the neighbors on the street. They also started hitting each other. There was so much chaos that there came a point where they could not even hear each other. And in the midst of this, Akulka's grandmother came out and she started telling them something. What do you think was she telling them? Let's find out. She says, "What are you doing, dear ones? Consider the holiday. This is a time for rejoicing. And see what sin you are doing." Here, Akulka's grandmother is telling these people that they should not be fighting because it is an auspicious day. They paid no attention to the old woman and almost knocked her off her feet. She would never have stopped them if it had not been for Akulka and Malasha. While the women exchanged words, Akulka wiped off her dress and went back to the puddle in the lane. She picked up a pebble and began to scratch the ground so as to let the water off into the street. While she was scratching, Malasha came up and began to help her. She picked up a chip and widened the rill. The grandmother asked the villagers to stop fighting, but nobody was listening to her. While everyone else was fighting, Akulka wiped her dress and decided to let the water off into the street. Malasha also came to help her. जब बाकी के सब लोग लड़ रहे थे, अकुल्का और मलाशा ने डिसाइड किया कि वो रास्ते से पानी हटाने की कोशिश करेंगे. The peasants had begun to fight. Just as the water went down the rill toward the place where the old woman was trying to separate the men, the girls ran, one from one side of the rill, the other from the other side. "Look out, Malasha! Look out!" shouted Akulka. Malasha wanted to say something herself, but could not speak for laughter. The girls were running and laughing at a chip which was bobbing up and down the rill. They ran straight into the crowd of the peasants. The old woman saw them and said to the peasants, "Shame on you before God, men! You have started fighting on account of these two girls, and they have long ago forgotten it. The dear children have been playing nicely together. They are wiser than you." The men looked at the girls and they felt ashamed. Then they laughed at themselves and scattered to their farms. When everyone else was fighting, Malasha and Akulka decided to resolve their fights and they continued playing. The old woman saw this and she told the peasants that, "Look at yourself. You are still fighting while the girls have resolved their queries." We learned a wonderful lesson from this story. Now, let's do a small activity. In this activity, we will learn about nouns. We all know that nouns are names, place, animals, and things. Nouns can also be divided as common nouns and proper nouns. I will give you a few examples. An example of a common noun would be the word girl. Can you guess why? A girl would be common noun because I could be talking about any girl. But if I say Riya is a girl, it will be an example of proper noun. Can you guess why? It will be an example of proper noun because I am specifically talking about Riya, who is a girl. तो आज हमारी एक्टिविटी है नाउन्स के बारे में. हम सब जानते हैं कि नाउन्स होते हैं नेम्स, प्लेसेस, एनिमल्स और थिंग्स. आज हम कॉमन नाउन्स और प्रॉपर नाउन्स की बात करेंगे. कॉमन नाउन का एग्जाम्पल होगा गर्ल. क्या आप गेस कर सकते हो क्यों? गर्ल एक कॉमन नाउन होगा क्योंकि मैं स्पेसिफिकली एक लड़की की बात कर रही हूँ. पर अगर मैं कहूँ रिया इज अ गर्ल तो यहाँ पे रिया प्रॉपर नाउन होगा क्योंकि मैं स्पेसिफिकली रिया नाम के लड़की के बारे में बात कर रही हूँ. नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द एक्टिविटी. ऑन योर स्क्रीन you are seeing some examples of common nouns and some examples of proper nouns. What you have to do is pick out any 5 common nouns and any 5 proper nouns. Using these words, you need to make sentences. For example, if I pick the word girl from common nouns, my example would be the girl is wearing a pretty dress. And if I choose the word Sangeeta from proper nouns, my example would be Sangeeta is wearing a pretty dress. Sounds easy? Why don't you try this with the other words? Children, I hope you had fun in today's session. Today, we read a wonderful story which had a wonderful message. Now, it's time for you to sit back and relax while I tell you another story. The name of the story is Think Before You Act. In this story, there is a man who takes advice from his friend, but he doesn't think before acting upon it. Do you think it was wise of him? Let's find out what happens. This story is written by Shivahari Adhikari. Buddhi had a beautiful garden, and this garden had many flowers that bloomed. And Buddhi used to love admiring his flowers. He used to often visit his garden and just stand there and admire at his flowers. But one year it did not rain at all. And can you guess what happened? That year all his flowers became dry and withered. Buddhi was very sad and upset. He was thinking as to what can he do so that his flowers come back to life again. One day, his friend Aarti visits him. Buddhi asks his friend about any flowers that will never dry. Aarti tells Buddhi about two types of flowers that neither dry up nor do they wither. He tells them that paper and plastic flowers never dry up. But he tells them that if it rains, paper flowers could get destroyed, but plastic flowers will not get affected. Buddhi went back home and he went to his garden. Do you know what he did there? He uprooted all the flowers from the ground and planted plastic flowers. One day, when Buddhi was standing in his veranda, a beautiful breeze passed by. He saw that his flowers were swaying. But instead of a beautiful fragrance, he smelled the smell of gutters. Now, Buddhi was very sad. So, he went to his friend for his advice and he told him that his flowers and the garden was looking very beautiful, but there was no fragrance in the garden. Now, Buddhi's friend advises him to sprinkle perfume on the flowers. Buddhi sprinkled perfume on his flowers, but he still could not smell the smell of flowers. He could only smell the gutter. Now, Buddhi again went to his friend and asked for his advice. Can you guess what his friend advises him? He tells him that the wind carries the fragrance, so he must put a fan outside his house and only then he will be able to smell the flowers. Now, Buddhi put a fan in his garden and he could smell the sweet fragrance of the flowers. But there was something that was missing, and that was the bees and the beautiful butterflies that would come in his garden. Buddhi again went to his friend Aarti for his advice. This time, his friend tells him to buy toy birds that would fly in the sky. And he does that. Soon, his neighbors also join him. But soon, all the toys started breaking and dashing into each other, which is why all the neighbors started quarreling. Now, Buddhi again goes to Aarti and he complains as to how the idea of toy birds was bad. Now, Aarti tells him that the people quarreling is not a very good thing. So, we should stop them. And if they don't listen to us, we should punish them. Buddhi was very angry. He scolded his friend about how he was responsible for all of this mess. This time, Aarti says something that makes a lot of sense. He tells Buddhi that if someone gives you an advice, before acting upon it, you should think carefully. He gives him an example of a crow. He tells him that if a crow flies upon you and if I said that the crow has stolen your ears, will you go chasing after the crow? Buddhi realized his mistake and he realized that the flowers withering or drying is a very natural process and he should not have used plastic flowers. He realizes his mistake. Buddhi watered the plants carefully and he observed them. After a few weeks, his garden bloomed with flowers. All the other birds, butterflies and bees started buzzing in his garden. After a few weeks, he met his friend Aarti and they were very happy to see each other. Children, can you all tell me what did we learn from this story? We learned that we must take advice from people, but we should think before we act upon it. I hope you had fun in today's session and I will see you in our next session. Until then, take care and stay safe. Bye.